everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's go! Green 39!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Green 39!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And he fires one incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. taken in at the 22. Oh, and now he bowls him over. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And they give this time to the tailback. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Carolina getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reese. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Price. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. fresh set of downs here.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Now back to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Marty.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Price. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Dolphins are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Panthers just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Now 2nd and 8. The pass out of the gun will be completed, and he ends up at the 29-yard line before he stopped on the play. They go on to kick a field goal to end the drive. Dolphins have it early in the second. Hayward's got the catch along the sidelines, and he'll be tackled at their own 48-yard line. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board. 3rd and 7. Price is wide open, able to make the grab, and he'll be tackled at the 11-yard line. So that'll do it from here. Let's go back down to Miami with Brandon and Charles.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
second down. Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Caught left side. Bennett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They bring the pressure, and a very short kick. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And out of bounds right around the 20. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down. The Dolphins on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deshaun Hall, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Such an art to dot the I. Just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Now for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reese. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for the deep ball. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory. And a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision. No matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And now here's a carry heading left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Michael Pilardi now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pretty move. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out come the Dolphins now. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now whistles.
Green, 39.
Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Time for a break. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go now.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13.